guys, welcome back to our channel. We are Ballroom Feed, and today we're going to teach you how to dance at a party if you can't dance. Let's jump right in.
Okay, the first thing is how to hold your partner, right? So in the very, very simple sense, we can literally just hold two hands. I can hold their hands just like this. I can have my palms facing her, or I can offer my palms and we can hold hands just like this. And we can use this for all of our basics so far. If you want to be a little bit closer, be a little more intimate, have a little more control, I'm going to pick up my left hand now so our palms do face each other and our fingers are together and not interlocked. I place my right hand on her lower back and her hand goes just on the top of my shoulder or even slightly around if you want to be a little more intimate and even closer. We can have a very casual, soft hold if you want to, especially while doing some of these dance moves here. Or if you'd like to have a little more space, you can totally do that as well and be a little more formal about it. Or just slide down to two hands and make it really easy for yourself.
Okay, now the second thing we need to do is pick a rhythm or consistent footwork. So what we're gonna do here is teach you just the easy steps to start you off, and then from there you can learn other cooler moves later. So we're gonna start off with the easiest one, which is just our step tap, okay? So we're just gonna step to the side, tap, and continue, and our partner is going to do the natural opposite. Typical, ladies go to the right first and gentlemen go to the left first, and we want to try to keep this consistent no matter what moves we end up doing, and we can always come back to this. You can go forward and back and change it up, or go away and together. So what that's going to look like: side, tap, away, together, and just kind of continue that. And that's not really a dance, that's more just a party basic, okay? And we go through a whole bunch more stuff from this in our party dance course, which we'll leave the link below, so check that out if you'd like.
If you're looking for a different kind of basic now, there are a lot of different variations we can use to be in sync and kind of have fun with this. So the next one we're going to do is called the Bachata Basic. Bachata is a different dance, but we can use that basic anytime we want to dance to party music. So what it's going to look like is like the previous one, except we go side together and then go side tap, and then we go back in the other direction. Side together, side tap. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The lady's moving her right foot first, I'm moving my left foot first. Side, feet close all the way together. Side, we tap the free foot so we use it again. Side, together, side, tap. And this is the basic that we would use in bachata, or we could use to any upbeat music. And it's a little bit more complicated now than just stepping and tapping.
Next step is another easier option if you don't want to be as structured. This one is called our Merengue Basic, but essentially all you're doing is stepping in place or slightly to the side if you have space. So what this is going to look like if we start in place. Ladies are going to start with their right foot, fellas left, and we're literally just going to march in place. And of course, if you see people dancing this, they're dancing with the hips and free movement, but it's quite literally just marching in place, which everybody can do. So if you think you can't dance, well, if you can walk, you can do this, okay? So think about that, and I'm sure it'll be a little bit easier. So sometimes it's easier to lead this one, if you're the gentleman, is if you go slightly to your left while you do this. So instead of staying right in place, if you have the space, you can slightly go to the side together, side together. So the difference between this and bachata is we're no longer tapping, okay? So you're always changing your weight no matter what you do. If you go to the side, if you stay in place, if you end up turning later, something like this, it's always going to stay left, right, or right, left, depending on your role, okay?
The most advanced basic we could use for party dancing is like the basic to hustle. You've all heard of hustle before. What the basic looks like is we start in a two-hand hold. We both rock backwards on her right and my left foot. We replace to our foot and then go together, together. So 4 steps in total. Back, forward, together, together, back, forward, together, together. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And eventually as we get a little bit more comfortable, we'll start to be able to rotate this basic around. And there's a lot of other fun ways we can dance this and kind of upgrade these dances as we go along. But these are your options right up front.
Okay, so after you've picked one of these basics, I wouldn't suggest switching up which basic you're doing in the middle of a routine. Maybe perhaps your bachata and step taps if you're a little more advanced, but again, that's really tricky to lead. So just pick one of those, stay consistent. If you want to do turns and dips and other tricks, then just keep it within that same rhythm or dance, okay? We also have like specifically bachata turns, merengue turns, hustle turns. Step tap is more just for our party course, but we have all that up on our channel. So if you want to get a little more specific with it, be sure to check that out. But just stay consistent, okay? Okay, so your final and third move for if you think you can't dance is of course a turn. We have to turn her, right? So let's show you without any specific footwork. So you could do this more specifically if you picked a dance, but you can always get away with just lifting the arm for the fellas and her just walking underneath. She could do a faster turn if that's what she wanted to do, and it wouldn't even matter so much as long as she's in control and you have a nice connection here. So Chris, why don't you just talk about what you're doing really quick?
So if I want her to turn to my right, I'm gonna lift my left hand, I'm gonna lift it away from her head and above her head so she has plenty of space to go walk underneath. My job is to initiate the turn, it's not to do it for her. So what I mean is I just pick up my hand, I open it up so it's nice and light, and then she gets to go turn underneath. Worst case scenario, I try to make her turn and kind of wrench the arm around where she's probably not gonna be ready, and that doesn't sound very comfortable.
And that can hurt our shoulders, so we ask you not to do that, hopefully. So, say we do it just from a step tap, for example. We're stepping and tapping, and whenever he feels, he's gonna lift that arm. I could continue step tapping, or I could just walk underneath, because sometimes it's harder to keep that, especially if you're a guy learning this video, then you're just gonna follow your lady at that point, wait till she's back around, and then resume with those step taps. So what that would look like, we're stepping and tapping, she's picked that up, okay, I'm gonna turn, I walk underneath, and then you wait and connect again. So that's an easy way how to connect those things. And now you have some moves at a party, so you can dance. And if you wanted to learn how to slow dance, we actually have a slow dance specific course up as well. So if you think you can't dance, we have party moves and we have slow dance moves, so be sure to check that out up on our website. It'll also be linked below for you. Alright guys, thanks so much for sticking to the end. I hope that you learned something today. If you did, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear it. Also, if this was too easy for you, or you feel like you really mastered this and you want to learn something a little more challenging and exciting, we have a whole party dance course up for you, okay? We're going to leave that in a link down below. It's called How to Dance at a Party course. We have some cooler moves like tricks, some stuff like that, a little more spicy if you know what I mean, so go check that out. And be sure to check out the rest of the stuff on our channel. You learned some basics today. We have a whole syllabus for everything that you've learned. So you have a whole syllabus for the hustle, for the bachata, for the merengue, and some other more challenging dances if you want to try out those as well. And that's it. We'll see you again very soon. Bye.